Luckily for them, though, there's not a whole lot of mana on G, and that was a miracle hold for them as the Storm Spirit is forced to buy back just to end Arteezy's life. Arteezy's forced to buy back at the same time.
He's being done here. He cannot go down. Pops the BKB. Satanic healing back up. God's actually used most of his
mana. He's out of mana now.
He's in some serious trouble with the
buyback.
He actually suicides there. He's dead for a full minute. DK Bubbles turning things around. They actually managed to get Puppy and FNG.
He's going
great for the melee racks. They're going for it. Meanwhile, the tier 4s are being threatened. S4's trying to clean that one up. But if the melee racks goes down, Team Secret chance. That's why they immediately jump on FNG. Control from the familiars is there. S4 is actually dropped very low. Melee racks will be kept alive. FNG's trying to get every last bit of damage there. S4, oh, that Fissure almost landing on him. Would have actually killed him. Kuro comes in to be able to defend. Tier 4 and melee racks are both going to stay alive here for Team Secret.
And they're about to get their glyph back up. And successful defense by Secret as this mid tower does dip quite low. And S4 at the same time almost dies to creeps, but they managed to hold on at the same time. Arteezy finally picks up another item. He's got a full Daedalus to go along with that Satanic. And this is actually going to be really difficult for VP to win at this point. It's going to be much harder for them to push, and every single time they fail that push, it becomes so much easier for Secret to just turn it around and march down mid.
Unbelievable. Such a gigantic net worth lead for BP. Aegis, Cheese, item after item that BP had in their inventory that Secret were lacking, and yet they still could not finish out this game. And the next fight's going to be even harder if they want. Does BP still go for it? Or do they have to wait out their buybacks? I mean, it would seem like if you went for the fight now and lost it, it would almost look like a throw in that you don't have buybacks. Secret then push out and maybe take even a racks of their own.
It would be... I think you might still go for it and try to apply pressure because you know that Arteezy still doesn't have the buyback and they're just trying to do some tricky stuff with the birds here. Those
damn familiars. The flying rats that they are actually chipping away at that melee racks. The regeneration is not enough.
Oh, they might actually just take this fight.
Oh my god, the familiar's almost getting now. God's actually getting made for it. Pops the BKB. The glove is giving the melee racks the left. 250 HP. God is forced to retreat.
He went in way too early. All he had to do was wait.
They're being threatened. Arteezy really wants this kill. He knows God is low on mana. The Fissure will stall him up, and they drag the creeps away. Kuro making sure to pay attention to that one. Keeping those creeps away from the melee racks.
The important thing, too, is that they're keeping up ward vision at all times.
No, vacuum to stop
the courier, too.
Lil's going to be caught. There goes the courier. It ends up being dropped. Now the S4 actually jumping forward. They're trying to get DK Bubbles. Pops the BKB, turns around Fissure, but S4 is there with the right clicks. Never mind. He actually got chain stunned down. FNG goes for the kill. He gets S4. A buyback immediately comes out. S4 has to pay attention to this melee rack. Illidan was already pushing down that bottom lane. Secret playing this game on the edge of a
just running in right now. They have no ward vision for him. He's just going to plink down on this tower. They don't have glyph anymore.
Melee racks, it's actually going to fall. The last right click is there. Illidan gives up his life, it seems, to be able to get the mega creeps. Now they're actually jumping forward. Puppy's going to go down to God at the same time. Illidan will be right clicked down by S4 and Arteezy. The racks, though, is all gone. The tier 4 is gone as well. The throne is exposed. VP, they can feel it. They can feel this wind underneath their fingertips. They actually back themselves away, looking at that throne, thinking we don't need to go for it just yet. We wait out the Draw Ranger. She still has buyback. Lit Secret have to fight against Megas.
All they have to do at this point is be patient. This is their TI hopes on the line. They're about to knock out the favorite of the tournament right now, secure themselves even more money. All they have to do is wait it out. Don't overextend and wait. Arteezy actually in this mid lane.
Is he too far forward? Once again, Shane stun. S4 comes in to try and help out. Artur can't go down. BKB, Satanic pops. He starts healing himself up. VP, quick on the retreat.
They're just going to wait.
Getting stunned up. God, he's going to be able to jump back in. There's no BKB, no Satanic. This life is final. Arteezy, he's going to be dropping here to God as he just fully commits for this kill. Gets it in the end. Artur down for 2 minutes. VP, they're moving forward. DJ, well played. Secret call it. VP have eliminated the fan favorites of this tournament. And they will move on and face up against LGD in the losers bracket.
And they just look so ecstatic right now, and they should. They just played such a great game. They risked it all multiple times at that Roshan fight. Great calls by FNG, their captain. Virtus Pro move on. Such a well-played game, and you can just see how happy they are. And here come the handshakes.
Beautiful. Arteezy displaying a lot of sportsmanship, greeting his opponents with a smile. Gotta say, Team Secret, a team of all-stars here, but it goes to show that the competition here at TI is so tough. VP eliminate Team Secret, and the analysts have a lot to talk about for this series.
We absolutely do. Thank you very much. The light will go out on Team Secret. They have been eliminated and will finish 7th, 8th at the International 2015. One of the biggest shockwaves in Dota 2 history, potentially. We've got Loader joining us on the desk. Knows all about internationals, of course. Former winner back in TI3. And how you doing?
I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you enjoying it in a different way this year?
Very different way, but it's really an amazing event this year. Like the games, the quality of the games, the sets. Like we haven't really have so many of these 2-0, not even at all games. Like all the teams have been so close to each other when it comes to team play and individual skill.
Yeah.
So
and exciting matches as well. Like that. I mean, crazy.
And there's been a lot of results that I would never have predicted going into this tournament. Yeah. I mean, I guess like everyone else, I kind of thought that EG, LGD, Secret would be the top 3 contender. Now we have CDEC, and I mean EOM is there as well. EG is still there, obviously, but yeah, what is there to say about this game?
Is your compendium getting wrecked?
I actually haven't even bet on it, so.
Well, that's just disgraceful.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. I'm embarrassed.
That's fine. I never did mine either, actually.
But what
wow.
What do you guys have to say about the game? Like, you have seen so many of these games now.
That's a tough question. I want to throw it back to you.
Does he like this when you play with him as well?
You're the
he is, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. For me, I think that Virtus Pro just... First of all, it's so ironic that they pull out their draw draft. You know, that this is pretty much the team that is, after C9 kind of stopped doing their draw visage drafts. Virtus Pro was kind of the team that picked up that whatever responsibility to bring draw to competitive games, and they played it so well. Also, that Shaker doing a lot of big plays, and for Secret, I think they just make it quite hard for themselves to win these games, because they play. I mean, they have this Darkseer, and I'm not a huge fan of the Darkseer without having a single stun combo. And I mean, they did pull up some huge plays, and you could really see that they were bringing it. But playing in these 5-on-5 skirmishes without that many disables, I don't know. I just feel it's so difficult. And if you compare it to some of the Chinese teams, it feels like they will always bring a lot of more firepower and just have an easier time of controlling these team fights.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a quick break from one god to another, because G is with Casey right now. How you doing, Casey?
Hello, we're doing great. Thank you, G. Congratulations. How are you feeling right now?
Thank you. I'm feeling fine.
Fine?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, so humble. You just showed everyone the strength of your team. It's the second time we've seen you in a best-of-3 match come back after being down 1 game. Why do you think you've been able to be so successful in that way?
We're just picking some heroes and playing some Dota. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So it worked today.
In a big way.
Yeah, probably.
You were at the very first international. What is it like coming back in this fashion compared to your very first experience?
Actually, my very first experience was 56th place. So actually, I'm on the place where I was 5 years ago. Oh, obviously, previous internationals, I mean, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, weren't so great for me, but I'm just happy I'm here, and I'm proud of my team. Yeah, boys, we're doing it.
How do you feel about the fact that you just beat and knocked out the team that a lot of people thought for sure would go on to win the whole international?
It wasn't easy. It were tough games, and I deeply respect all the players from the other team, but it was some kind of plus motivation for me and for my team, I guess, to beat these guys. And we tried our best, and it worked today. So yeah, it feels great.
Are you feeling a sense of relief, or are you already looking ahead to your match tomorrow with LGD?
It's always like step by step, you know. You finish in a match, and you need to think about tomorrow. But yeah, it's nice to be here. It's nice to be giving an interview to you. You know, I was watching you all these years, and I couldn't give an interview to you because I suck ass. You know.
Oh.
and now I won.
Yeah.
So I can talk to you. It's nice.
You've earned it. You've earned every second of it.
I feel like I'm a special person now. You know?
You are. I'm flattered. I'm flattered that you would agree to talk to me. Yeah, the pleasure is all mine. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It is such a pleasure to meet you officially. And best of luck tomorrow. We'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Casey. Brilliant. Thank you to G as well. He seems almost happier to talk to Casey, and who wouldn't be, of course, but happy to talk to Casey. He's just beaten Team Secret and guaranteed $1.2 million. What is going on down there?
I mean, after playing a crazy series like this, he's gonna be exhausted, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe he can't show it yet, but he's probably bubbling inside and screaming a bit.
Well, no, because he said he was fine.
Yeah,
he's fine.
Yeah.
You're always fine after you just beat Team Secret at the International.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, I guess, as he says, it makes sense that they still have a long way to go, but now they showed some really, really good games. But I guess also for himself, it's like they can't be too happy with this result. That just because they beat Secret, they're gonna beat LGD without problems. I think that it's kind of the right approach to just be very calm about it. I guess I would like to see a bit more screams, but I think
a few more March roars.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Great game. Really exciting for us to watch as neutrals, obviously watching up on the big screen and enjoying the plays each way. But very sad for Secret. I mean, they had periods of domination this year, came into this as heavy favourites, and just haven't delivered.
Yeah, that game was insane. First, like the second game, they had the same draft, Virtus Pro, and everyone saw the draw coming. Secret did as well. They last ban draw because they had Visage, they had Storm, they had Lina. And for some reason, that game, it felt like they were like, we're going to play against it this time around. It's going to hunt them for sure. I mean, they last picked the Dazzles, so I would expect that they knew Draw Visage would be coming. You have to expect that. You even said it, Virtus Pro, they were doing for this Draw Visage for a very long time. They tried to play versus it, they didn't play. I wanted to give a special mention to Zai because that was one of the best Darkseer I've ever seen in my life. I think like he did so much more than he had to do, than he could even do. Getting double kills, 1 versus 3, just killing people at the end of the fights with the Darkseer. That's something you don't see often. But the Roche fights in that series, in Game 2 and Game 3, they were so crucial. The decision making, should we go for Roche or should we not? And I know a lot of people were saying that Puppy was one of those guys, the classic Navi comeback was the Roche fight. And I have to say that those Roche fights were not what helped them come back. It was actually what lost them both games.
All right, well, we'll get more thoughts from you in just a moment, but we are going to move on to our next game now, where we are going to see another two teams go head-to-head, of course. Vici Gaming earlier came through their lower bracket, so they're going to be back again next up. But first, let's check in with eHome and ROTK.
小时候嘛，就是自己比较叛逆，然后自己性格其实很活泼。
一会儿唱歌了，一会儿跑哪去了，3跑2不跑，我也把他找不到，又跑到游戏厅。
然后有一群人，大概比我年长10岁左右。有一次他们在玩一个 RPG 地图，就是那个时候的 Dota 1，他们9个人，当时少一个，然后就因为认识我，就叫我一起。我说我不会，他们说没事，你不会，我们教你。他们当时就让我选个宙斯，说你就玩这个英雄，一直跟在我们后面垫就行了。我说好好好，然后我就玩，完了之后，哎，我发现挺有意思的这款游戏。
这个实现了他心中的梦想，可是呢，一路走来，北韩确实不容易。